money chasing the truth.
So I'm going to do a reaction video to Joe Rogan talking with Dereck from Plates for Dates about Andrew Tate, if he's playing a character or not.
For sure.
It's definitely weird. Well, yeah. That's also the criticism that Andrew Tate has gotten about exploitation. So supposedly he would get these girls to fall in love with him, and then he would get them to go and do this stuff for him.
Yeah, it's wild how much content he has that exists from back then, that he's so articulate and well-spoken.
Yeah.
When he speaks about it, but then some of those videos are so vulgar and whatnot that it's hard to. I can imagine the people who are, very hard on him. You watch the old videos, it's pretty hard to side with him when you see those.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, you gotta think of what a person like that is trying to do when they're first getting attention. You're trying to be as outrageous as possible to get as much people to think about what you're saying and talk about what you're saying. And
Rogan, I gotta stop you right there. First of all, he's not saying anything outrageous when he's talking calmly and calculated and telling you step by step how to get girls, how to human traffic them for profit. There was nothing. He's not playing a character, Rogan. And if you looked at the evidence that as of 2021, he's definitely not playing a character. So what do you want him to do? Right? I'm playing a character across your forehead. He's not playing a character. And even when you look at those old videos, he's going over step by step. He thought he was going to make millions of dollars teaching young men how to pimp women and human traffic them. Because in his delusional mind, Andrew Tate, he thinks that this is okay and it's not a crime.
and engage with it.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to be like a character, an over the top, completely arrogant guy who's shirtless with sunglasses on, smoking a cigar, talking about...
All right, Rogan, I got to stop you again. In the original, the PhD, the so-called pimping hose degree that Andrew Tate was charging young men to learn how to pimp women and human traffic them, he was calmly going over, again, step by step, how to do it. From 1 to 10, do this, tell her this, tell her that. He wasn't playing an over-the-top character, Rogan. Did you look at the evidence? Did you actually watch the tapes?
About hoes.
Yeah.
You know, and pimping hoes. It's like, is it a character? Or is it really you? And then when you find out, oh, well, no, he actually does run these campsites and he does have these girls working for him. Okay. But then some of the girls talk and go, actually, he's like really nice. And he was kind and he gave me this business opportunity. I wound up making a lot of money with it. And you're like, oh, okay.
Obviously, Rogan doesn't know anything about this topic or looked at the evidence. The girls that he has say that for him, he called from jail in Romania, told them what to dress, what to say, what to wear, how to sound. It's caught on the phone calls from the Romanian jail telling those girls what to say. So if Rogan did any research, obviously he didn't, just like Patrick Bet-David, just like Candace Owens, you would know this. But since you don't and you just want to talk about it, you have no clue what you're talking about.
This is complicated.
It's not complicated,
how much
Joe.
of this is theater and how much of this is like, if it's your real feelings that, you know, these women are subhuman little robot flesh creatures that you just extract money from.
Yeah, yeah. Any interactions I've had with the guy before he was super famous and whatnot have always been positive too. Like, super nice guy.
Very intelligent guy.
Yeah, super articulate.
Extraordinarily intelligent.
Yeah.
Rogan, he's extraordinary and intelligent. So he's pretty much self-incriminated himself over thousands of times. He's so intelligent that Andrew Tate doesn't think that the jail phone calls are being tape recorded, talking about bribe a politician, tell the girls to look sad, make videos, the PhD, the pimping hose degree that Andrew and Tristan Tate sell as a course to teach young men how to human traffic women. Yeah, he's just so super intelligent, Rogan.
And, you know,
His brother too.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much
here we
credit,
go.
but
You know, they're very, very smart guys.
Yeah, they're so smart, Rogan.
Boy, did they tap into. There's this thing that's going on where men do not feel like there's anyone that represents men in popular culture. Like, what men actually talk about when they're alone, when men aren't just hanging out with men and not trying to impress women or trying to not get yelled at. The wild shit they talk about. And, you know, if you can be the most exaggerated form of that, this world champion kickboxers standing there smoking a cigar, making fun of simps, and you know that's very appealing to men because it doesn't exist.
yeah,
Like if you're never going to see that on CNN or NBC, or it's not. No mainstream media platform is ever going to tap into this what is obviously a lucrative market. Young guys who don't want to be like their parents, they don't want to be like their teachers, they don't want to be like any of these people they see around them that seem neutered and pot-bellied and fucking depressing and talking about equity and inclusiveness, and they're like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then they see this guy and like, oh,
yeah,
I like that guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely
Rogan, that's
inspired
what
discipline.
Dereck seems
and
overly
taking
enthusiastic
action,
about
and
your thoughts,
it's
Rogan.
like
Take responsibility for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
So
I mean, it's like
Yeah.
a more
Get me out of here.
problematic version of like what Jocko does or did. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's also different, you know, because it's like, you know, he really is in the pimp and hose business. I mean, it's like if you're running campsites like that.
First of all, Rogan, there's nothing funny about it. There's a 700-page indictment backed up with evidence along with victims. And the victims who are in different continents, when they gave their account about having sex with Andrew Tate, they all said the same thing and they never met each other. That they were all choked to the point of unconsciousness. So he's not playing a character, Rogan. So before you talk on topics like this, maybe you should do some research about it. You know, and the evidence that I'm speaking of, it's not hearsay. It's Andrew and Tristan Tate on wiretaps, their own videos, their own tweets, their own texts, that they're, you know, these guys that you think are so brilliant that they've incriminated themselves over thousands of times over the phone, just like 99% of most criminals who end up in prison. Brilliant guys, Rogan.
You're really, you know, farming those girls out to make shitloads of money for you.
Yeah.
For a bunch of suckers.
I can't even imagine what the life of an OnlyFans manager or something would be.
There's got to be a lot of them.
Oh, for sure.
I would assume. I know that there's a lot of people that they hire that manage the girls' DMs. So there's like companies, I guess. Is this the case?
He doesn't even know. He's just talking away.
There's got to
about
be
it.
agencies.
He has no clue about the Tate
turnkey.
evidence.
We take care of it.
We'll take care of it.
I really got offered to be a recruiter for one of those.
Oh,
They
bro.
wanted to use my verified account. I was like, what?
Side hustle.
I mean, that's sneaky, but what?
So what do they want you to do?
DM chicks to offer them, like, you can be on OnlyFans. I was like,
Oh,
they
God,
don't, like,
Jamie, do you know how bad that would turn out?
like, they don't fucking know that already. Like, why would I have to tell them? But
so-
if I could convince them to do it, yeah, the return is I get a kickback of their revenue. I just remembered that as you guys are talking about it.
So when they
This whole thing that the Tates are such nice guys. Well, gee, Rogan and Dereck, what do you think they're gonna do? You know, you think they're gonna go around and just strong arm people and choke them out in front of you and threaten people? That's not gonna go over well. It's just like child molesters. Do they go around and try to frighten their victims before they kidnap them and do whatever? Like, you guys, I've always had positive interactions with them. Well, maybe, first of all, they can't pimp you out, the Tates, so you're worthless to them. But maybe if they could, you would see them in a different light because, you know, they might try to sexually assault you or kidnap you or pimp you out when you're 16 years old.
contacted you, what did they say? Like, hey, Jamie, do you know a lot of girls that are willing to take their
it's
clothes
like
off?
we've noticed it's one of these DMs I get from multiple accounts for various reasons, but like, we've noticed your account. I have X amount of followers. You could probably be doing this kind of stuff on Instagram. If you do,
And how much would they give you?
I don't remember, off the top of my head, I don't remember. I could check. I feel like it was 10, 20%, something like that.
That's lucrative.
Yeah.
You can get a bunch of really fucking...
I've heard these guys are making 50%, the managers. They just split it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That seems crazy.
They're not doing anything. The girls don't do anything besides make the content, and then the managers are running the account. Just
still 50% seems pretty high. Because without the girl, you're not paying.
I think a lot of naivety around business operations, though, would definitely drive girls to think, I don't want to deal with, accounting. I don't want to deal with this, and I don't even know how. So, yeah, by all means, take 50. That's
especially if someone can come to you with a pitch that says, look, you can do this and you can make $3,000 a month, or you can do this with us and you can make $150,000 a month.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll get 50%, we'll get 50%, but it's a much higher number that you're going to be dealing with. Yeah. And you're not going to get there on your own. And we have this vast network, and we can also introduce you through other girls, like other girls. So like, this is my friend Cindy. Like, you'll see them do that on their Instagram page. Follow her. And then, they're just like pumping each other up like comics would do. Like, hey, go see Mike. He's playing at the Ha-Ha. Really funny guy.
yeah.
Cindy's got a great pussy. Check her out.
I wonder who the Joe Rogan of OnlyFans chicks is.
There's got to be one.
Yeah, there's got to be like a ringleader of all. Puts them all on, put platforms.
48 million last year, I think is what I read. Oh, not in that way, I guess. Different way, but she's the top of them.
Who is her?
The rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jesus. 48 million?
Jesus.
God damn. So now you go, show your asshole, baby. I want a Ferrari.
I think for 48 million, you better be.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, also, you could just do that for 3 or 4 years, and you don't have to do shit for the rest of your life. Izzy Azalea, the new queen of OnlyFans. Not even Cardi B can match her racy content. Damn, she's got a hot body. There you go. 48 million. Good for her.
Jesus. 45
Good for her.
Cardi B. Second.
That's still pretty good.
But here's the wild one, is Tyga.
The fact that there's so many, the fact that that woman made 48 million from men who are willing to pay a girl just to see her naked that will never have any real interaction with her is sad. And for all you guys that think that Andrew Tate is this big hero, that's how he makes his money. So Andrew Tate preaches to you what you need to do to fix your life and thumbs his nose at all these vices, but then the Tates sell you the vices and make millions off it, and then go on the internet and brag how men that have OnlyFans accounts are a bunch of losers and send him all their money. Like, you guys need to wake up to this. All that money that you spend on an OnlyFans girl that you're never going to meet, never have any interaction with, never have nothing that's real. Couldn't you have hired a personal trainer, went to college, started a business, went into the world and actually had a chance of meeting a real female? Come on, guys. I mean, I don't care how old you are, 18 to 100. This goes for everybody. And you think the Tates are your friends and they're this big hero to you guys? You guys need to wake up.
Who's a guy.
Is this self-reported though? How do they even get these figures?
They've shown those. Most of these have come from them sharing the figure online. They'll take a screenshot or something. But I don't know specifically.
Scroll up, we can see the two of them. She's hot. I get it.
It's when you see, I don't know, when you Google somebody's net worth or something, it's
Give me a break.
Yeah, is that actually what it is? I feel probably not.
But right here, you can say that it says her net worth is 15, but she just made
reportedly had a net worth prior to that. 48 million from the website. We're at the 320% hike in our overall value. Wow. Then there's a whole...
This is why I got a problem with Rogan, because Joe Rogan always wants to play in the fence in the middle because he's always worried about losing half his viewers, or if he runs into those guys and he has to explain. So Joe Rogan never wants to make a definitive statement about anything. It's like with Bud Light, with Dylan Mulvaney. Look, I could care less who Dylan Mulvaney sleeps with, if he gets dressed as a woman, whatever pronoun he wants to use, that's completely his business, right? But my problem with Dylan Mulvaney is this. When you're a grown man going around and acting like a little girl and you want to speak to other people's children about your sexual preferences, I have an issue with you. Whatever you want to do, that's cool, that's fine. And when that whole thing with Bud Light, Rogan made a big joke about it, cracked up and drank a but that's typical Rogan because he doesn't stand for anything. And you guys will hit my inbox and you'll say, oh, you're just trying to build your channel and say things that are controversial. Nothing that I've said today is controversial, and every single thing that I've said today is the truth. And unlike Rogan, who's a coward and doesn't want to run into the Tates or lose half his viewers, I'm willing to lose half. I'd rather you love me or hate me, and I lose 50% of the people, and I don't care about running into the Tates, because I would tell them the same exact thing if we had the conversation. You're human traffickers, you're pimps, you're pedophiles. The evidence is overwhelming. You thumb your nose at all these vices. You tell men, you know, what they need to do, and then you sell them the vices, right? Pornography. Andrew Tate always says, you know, oh, I would never watch pornography. Oh, it's boring. It's this and that. But then you create it and then you sell it to other people. That's one of his biggest, you know, that's one of his biggest contradictions. So the Tates are full of you know what, and I can't stand when I get these comments and I'm just trying to be controversial. I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm telling you the truth. The Tates will tell you everything that you need to do with your life, right? All the obvious. We all need to work out. We all need to live healthier. We all need to dress properly. We all need to talk properly. You know, we all need to have some kind of money. What are they teaching you that's really, that you don't already know? All right? And then they'll tell you all the things that you shouldn't do, but then Andrew and Tristan will sell you all those things and make money off it. You guys need to wake up. And somebody like Rogan, who you guys all look up to, hey Joe, for once, make a definitive statement taking a side. You know, you went to say what the Tates did, then in the next sentence it was, they're really smart guys. They're really smart, Rogan? Really smart men try to human traffic 15 and 16-year-old girls? Because in Romania, you have classrooms of girls that have made videos describing how the Tates are in their inboxes, you know, trying to get them to work on webcam for them and pimp them out. So Rogan, do some homework before you make videos like this. And again, I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm sticking to the truth.